गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अध्याय 1 श्लोक 13 1-3 मंत्र 13 वह्नेर्यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्तिः न दृश्यते नैव च लिङ्गनाशः स भूय एव इन्धनयोनिगृह्यः तद्वो भयं वै प्रणवेन देहे। आत्मा Brahman is all pervasive, therefore it is present in our body. Though it is present in our body, it is hidden, not evident, not manifest. The Upanishad explains with an example, a drishtanta. Example is called drishtanta. And for which you are giving an example, it is called darshtanta. Drishtanta and darshtanta. The drishtanta is fire. The fire is very much there in any log of wood, any fuel. But it is not manifest. The fire is there in subtle, unmanifest condition. You can make it manifest through some process. The fire that is present in firewood can be manifested if we follow a proper procedure. And the procedure followed traditionally, especially in the context of Vedic sacrifices. It is called Arani Mathana. They keep a log of wood at the bottom, and another log of wood is kept at the top. The log of wood kept at the bottom is called Adhararani, the lower Arani, Adhararani. And the log of wood kept at the top, it is called Uttararani. The Uttararani is grinded against the Adhara with some ropes, just like how they churn buttermilk, how they churn butter. Likewise, this Arani also is churned like this. And then because of the friction, the fire would manifest. This is how they kindle fire for the Vedic ritual. You are not supposed to use matchsticks. How the fire is produced, the way the fire is produced also is important, because it determines the sanctity of the fire. So this is the example. In the Arani, there is fire. Now the Upanishad refers to two states of fire, or two forms of fire. One is called Linga, another is called Murti. Linga means its unmanifest condition. Its a subtle condition is called Linga. And Murti means the manifest condition. When the fire is manifest, it has become Murti. When it is unmanifest, it is a Linga. In fact, we can relate this to Paramatma also. The Paramatma has his own subtle form, where he is unmanifest. There is Paramatma everywhere. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hridesherjuna tishtati. Ishvara is present in everybody's heart. Brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. And the same Ishvara is making all of us work. We are able to do things. We are able to see. We are able to hear because of the presence of Ishvara in the body. The presence of Ishvara in his subtle form, it is called Linga. And then the Ishvara manifests. Ishvara takes forms. It is called Murti. Do not mistake Murti for Pratima. Pratima is different, Murti is different. Most often we refer to the Pratima as Murti. What you see here in front of you or behind you, it is called Pratima or Vigraha. You can either call it Pratima or Vigraha. It is not really Murti. Then what is Murti? Murti is the form of Ishvara that appears to the Bhakta. When you meditate on Ishvara, he can appear to you in a particular form. That is called Murti. In accordance with the Murti, you make an image. It is called Pratima. The Pratima represents the Murti. Through the Pratima, we meditate on the Murti. We worship the Murti. Originally, we have three Murtis, which is called Trimurti. The Ishvara takes three Murtis in order to bless the universe. Namely, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are the three original Murtis. And from these three Murtis, many other Murtis are produced. Like Ganesha, Shanmukha. All these Murtis originate from these three original Murtis. And all these Murtis are various forms of various manifestations of the same Ishvara. Can we see the Murtis? Definitely you can see. But if you have to see the Murtis, you have to work for it. There is a process. The process is called Upasana. If you do Upasana intensely, you are able to see the Murti. It is called Sakshatkar. you can get upasya sakshatkar. Meditate on the given form of Ishvara, and in due course of time you get the upasya sakshatkara. The Shastra talks about it, and likewise it is the experience of so many upasakas, so many bhaktas. If you read the life of the bhaktas, the life of saints, you see that they have seen their Ishtadevata. They had the Sakshatkara of their Ishtadevata. The Murti has appeared in front of them. Like even in Bhagavatam, there is the story of Dhruva. Narada gave him a mantra, and Narada instructed him how to do upasana. He gave the mantra, Dvadashakshari mantra. What is Dvadashakshari mantra? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 12 syllables. Therefore, it is called Dvadashakshari. Narada gave this mantra to Dhruva. And chanting this mantra, Dhruva meditated on Bhagavan Vasudeva. When he meditated intensely, he got the Upasya Sakshatkar. Bhagavan appeared in front of him in the form of Vishnu with the Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, everything. Dhruva got the form of Vishnu. And that is how Dhruva became immortal. He got Dhruva Pada. Dhruva Pada means immortality. You transcend the human body. You transcend the worldly existence. It is called Dhruva Pada. By getting the vision of Mahavishnu, Dhruva got Dhruva Pada. So the Upasaka can get the Sakshatkara of the Murti, and for that he has to do Upasana. Therefore, the Ishvara who is present in the body can be made to manifest by means of proper sadhana. Like Upasana. If you do Upasana, you attain the Sakshatkara of Saguna Brahma, Ishvara with any form. Likewise, There is another form of meditation that is helpful in discovering the Nirguna Brahma, which is nothing but the Atma Tattva, the Parabrahma Tattva. Even that can be attained by means of meditation on Omkara, Pranava Japa, Pranavopasana. Meditating on Omkara. It is the sadhana prescribed in this section of the Upanishad. See the Upanishad, the mantra. Vandher yonigatasya murtihi na drishyate. Yatha yonigatasya vandhehe murtihi na drishyate. Yonigatasya vandhehe. The fire which is present in the fuel. There is fire in the fuel. Where is there fire in the fuel? Which part of the fuel contains fire? You can't say which part, because the fuel is pervaded by fire. There is fire everywhere in the fuel. Likewise, there is Ishvara everywhere. But Murtihi na drishyate, its form is not seen, its nature is not seen, it is unmanifest, not visible. Even though it is there, it is as good as not there for me. As long as it is not manifest, even though it is there, it is as good as not there. Likewise, there is Ishvara in this body. Even though there is Ishvara in this body, for majority of the people, it is as good as absent. Because they don't even believe. If someone does not believe, if someone does not have Shraddha, what can you do? This person has many logs of wood in his house. Despite having all many logs of wood, he is complaining, I don't have fire. I don't have fire. Gas cylinder is expensive. He is complaining about the cost of gas cylinder, despite having many logs of wood in his estate. Then you tell him, why you have to worry about gas cylinder? There is a lot of firewood in your farm. Make use of it for cooking. Then he says, no, there is no fire in this. It is just wood. Wood contains fire. Then he asks you, what is the proof? You start burning it, then you will get the result. Result is the proof. The best proof is result. Whether a medicine works or not, what is the proof? Result is the proof. You can ask the doctor. Now this person says, first you give me the proof, then I will start kindling the fire. Until then I will not start working. I will not even burn the firewood until you give me a proof. You cannot help such people. There was a gentleman. He had some problem in his eyes. For many years in his life, he did not have vision. He was blind. Then a doctor suggested him, I will conduct a surgery. We have a new advanced technology surgery, and your eyes will be perfectly fine. You will be able to see. Then he underwent the surgery. And after surgery, they put the plaster. What is it called? They just dressing, bandage. So there was bandage. For 20-30 days there was bandage after the surgery. Then the doctor had to open the bandage. So he went to the doctor for opening the bandage. The doctor opened the bandage, and then he said, now you open the eyes slowly. You will be able to see. But this gentleman is not able to believe that he will be able to see if he opens the eyes. He is asking, first you give me guarantee that I will be able to see, then I will open the eyes. You give me guarantee that I will be able to see, then I will open the eyes. Prove that I will be able to see first. Is it possible? Only if he opens the eyes, he will be able to know whether he is seeing or not. Before opening the eyes, nobody can prove that you will be able to see. That is the problem with majority of the people. They don't try also. Whether it will work or not, they are not ready to try. Even before trying, they want proof. So yonihi yonigatasya vannehe murtihi na drishyate. It is not manifest, but it does not mean it is not there. Naiva cha linganashaha. Linganashaha na asti. It's a linga in its unmanifest subtle form. It is very much present. The fire is very much there in the firewood. Just because it is not manifest does not mean it is absent. Likewise, the Ishvara, the Paramatma, just because he is not visible does not mean he is absent. Some are not able to see, but if you go through the proper process, you are able to see Paramatma and you are able to derive the benefit of the presence of Paramatma also. Naiva cha linganashaha. Then how to make the Paramatma manifest? How to make the Paramatma available? It is also explained with the example Sabhuya evendhanayo nigrihyaha saha. It is the example, the fire, saha agnihi, the fire, bhuya eva indhanayo nigrihyaha. Indhanayonyaranina mathanena grihyate. It is made to manifest. It is made available by means of arani mathana, churning the arani, rubbing the arani, and it has to be done with effort. Not once. You just rub the arani one stroke. Generally, fire is not produced in one stroke. It has to be done several times. Then only the sparks start coming. Therefore, Upanishad says, Bhuya eva. Bhuyaha means punah punaha, again and again. It is called abhyasa. We have a word abhyasa in Sanskrit. What is abhyasa? Generally we translate abhyasa as practice. But if you look into the derivation of the word abhyasa, it means a repetition. Abhyasa means a repetition. A repeated effort is called abhyasa. The spiritual practice involves abhyasa. Everything has to be repeated several times until you get perfection. Even japa, it is an abhyasa. You repeat the same mantra again and again. then it is called japa. So, abhyasa is the repeated practice. Until you get the result, the abhyasa has to continue. Even this Shavana, Vedanta Shavana, it is also an abhyasa, because you are listening to the same vision again and again, maybe in different ways, but the vision you hear, it is the same. I don't have anything new to say, in fact. People come expecting that the Swami may say something new. I have nothing new to say. It is the same old idea, same old truth, which was discovered several thousands of years ago by the rishis. I am telling the same truth. Someone was in a hurry, and then this lady asked me, "Can you teach me Vedanta in 1 hour?" I told her, I don't need 1 hour. I just need one sentence. Vedanta is just one sentence. But the question is, will you be able to receive it? The same sentence, same equation is taught in various forms, in various ways. So it is abhyasa, repetition, a repeated practice, repeated effort. That is what makes the Ishvara available for you. So, bhuya eva indhanayoni grihyaha. The fire is made available by the process of mathana, the process of rubbing. Likewise, tadvo bhayam vai pranavena dehe, tadvo bhayam, the two refers to Saguna Brahma as well as Nirguna Brahma. As it is described in Kathopanishad, etadhyevaksharam brahma, etadhyevaksharam param. This Omkar, here the discussion is pranava, Omkara. Omkara is given as the sadhana. Meditation on Omkara is given as the sadhana. And the same sadhana was given by Yama to Nachiketa in Kathopanishad. And there he says, etadhyevaksharam brahma etadhyevaksharam param. This Omkara is used for both Saguna Brahma as well as Nirguna Brahma. If you want to meditate on Saguna Brahma, also Omkara can be used. If you want to meditate on Nirguna Brahma, even then Omkara can be used. Later on, Kathopanishad says, Yo yadicchati tasya tat etadhyevaksharam jnatva yo yadicchati tasya tat. By means of Omkara, you get what you want. Yaha yad ichchati tasya tat. You get what you want. If you want Saguna Brahma, you will get Saguna Brahma. If you want Nirguna Brahma, you will get Nirguna Brahma. Therefore, Tadvo bhayam vai pranavena dehe. Dehe, in the body. Pranavena. Pranava means Omkar. The word Om is called Pranava. Prakarshena nuyate iti Pranava. That which is glorified very much is called Pranava. That which is praised very much is called Pranava. In the Shastra, we hear a lot of glorification of Om. The word Om is glorified to a great extent. Therefore, it is called Pranava. Because Pranava is considered the closest name of Paramatma. Nedishtham Nama. It is the Nedishtham Nama. The closest name of Ishvara is Pranava, Omkara. Paramatma has many names. We have many Sahasranamas, not just one Sahasranama. We have many Sahasranamas. Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Shiva Sahasranama. Many are there. All these are the names of Paramatma. But among all these names, which is the closest name, it is Om. Therefore, with the chanting of Om, Paramatma responds very fast. Pranavena, with the Omkara, by means of Omkara, the Ishvara, the Paramatma is made to manifest in the body. Next mantra. Mantra 14. Swadehamaranam krutva pranavanchottararanam ध्यानाभ्यासात् देवं पश्येन्निगूढवत्. So, in the Drishtanta, the Drishtanta is Arani Mathana. There are two Aranis. One is the lower Arani, which is called Adhararani, and then there is an upper Arani, which is called Uttararani. These two Aranis are used to manifest the fire, to produce the fire. Two Aranis are used. Likewise, in this body, to make the Paramatma manifest, there are two things. One is compared to Adhararani, the lower Arani, lower wood, and another one is compared to the upper Arani. What is the lower Arani? The Adhararani. The Upanishad says it is the body, our Sharira, Swadeham, our own body, Aranim Kritva, make it an Arani. This body is like the lower Arani. Because if you look into the example, the lower Arani is the locus, where you do the chanting. On that you keep the upper Arani and do the chanting. Likewise, this body, it is the locus of all the sadhana. For doing any sadhana, first of all we need this body, this human body. Shariramabhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. The body is the first sadhana for dharma. We make use of the body as a means for spiritual awakening. Without the human body, it is not possible to attain the spiritual awakening. So, this body is a sadhana. Dharma sadhana. It is not a bhoga sadhana. We can also use this body as a bhoga sadhana, as a means of enjoyment. In fact, that is what many people do. For them, Sharira is a bhoga sadhana. Just enjoy. As long as it is looked upon as a bhoga sadhana, spiritual awakening cannot happen. Therefore, the Shastra says, look upon this body as a dharma sadhana, as a means for dharma, as a means for spirituality, as a means for spiritual upliftment. That is why we keep the body clean. We maintain the sanctity of this body. By taking bath properly. Even taking bath is a sadhana. It is not just a physical cleaning. That is why while taking bath we chant mantra. You can chant Bhagavan's name. Even in the villages, they will chant Govinda and take bath. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. And that is how they take bath. Because it provides a spiritual sanctity. The body is spiritually sanctified when you take bath chanting Bhagavan's name. That is why taking bath in the holy waters, in the sacred waters, it is very important in our tradition. Ganga Snana, Kaveri Snana, taking bath in the holy water, in the sacred water, it is very important. And if we don't have Ganga around, we invite all the 7 holy rivers to the water that we are taking bath in. Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. We are inviting all the 7 rivers. O Gange, O Yamune, Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavari, O Godavari, O Saraswati, O Narmada, O Sindhu, O Kaveri, Asmin Jale Sannidhim Kuru. Be present in this water and sanctify my body, purify my body. With this prayer, we invite all the 7 rivers, and then we take bath. And then we mark the body with tilaka and pundra as a symbol of the sacredness of the body. So, Sharira is a dharma sadhana. It is a means for spiritual elevation, spiritual upliftment. Therefore, the Upanishad says, Swadeha Maranim Kritva. Make this body into an arani. An arani where you will kindle the spirit, the fire of spirituality, the fire of Adhyatma Vidya. Pranavancha Uttararani. The Uttararani, the upper arani, it is Pranava, Omkara. Omkara can stand for any mantra. Any mantra. In fact, any mantra begins with Omkara. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. All begins with Om. The mantra, Bhagavan's name, Paramatma's name. It is the Uttararani. Because that is where you are repeating Bhagavan's name in this body. Therefore, it is compared to Uttararani. Just like you rotate the Uttararani on the Adhararani, you repeat Bhagavan's name in this body. Pranavancha Uttararani. And with this, you meditate. Dhyana nirmathanabhyasat. Dhyana nirmathanabhyasa. Dhyana abhyasa. The practice of meditation. Meditating on Paramatma. It is like a nirmathana, like the churning. And this leads to the awakening of spirituality, the manifestation of spirituality. You become divine. The Paramatma manifests in you and through you. Our goal is not just to see Paramatma once in a while. It is to make ourselves divine. Make the Paramatma manifest in our own person. In fact, it is our goal. The more you practice the sadhana, the divinity manifests in you. Devam pashyen nigudhavat, nigudhavat, nigudhagnivat. Just like the hidden fire, how the hidden fire manifests in the arani. Devam pashyet. You start seeing the Deva. You start seeing the divinity within yourself. The divinity starts manifesting. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.